So, the news just dropped, and maybe we should have seen it coming. After 21 seasons of just pure dominance, and let's be honest, complexity, Chris Paul, the one and only point guard, is hanging it up. Today, we're going to unpack that final defining chapter of what has been a truly legendary career.
And just like that, it's over. There was no big press conference, no farewell tour, just a simple, straight-to-the-point message on Instagram. This is it. With those 3 little words, one of the most incredible careers in modern NBA history just comes to a close. It feels both totally shocking and, at the same time, completely inevitable.
Okay, let's really get into this, because to truly understand the kind of impact Chris Paul had, you absolutely have to start with the numbers. I mean, they didn't call him the point god for nothing. The stats he put up over his career are, well, they're just staggering. 21 seasons. Just let that sink in for a minute. He's one of only 7 players in the entire history of the league to play that long. That kind of longevity, that level of sustained excellence at the absolute top of the sport, it's almost unheard of. It's incredible. And listen, it wasn't just about sticking around. It was about dominating, year in and year out. We're talking a 12-time All-Star, 11 All-NBA selections, 9 times on the All-Defensive team. From winning Rookie of the Year way back at the start, all the way to being named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team, this isn't just a great career. It's an all-time great career, period. And this right here, this is where things get truly historic. We're not talking top 10, not even top 5. When it comes to the most fundamental jobs of a point guard, setting up your teammates and getting steals, Chris Paul is number 2, all time, in both. That is just mind-blowing.
This stat perfectly captures his complete command of the game. He wasn't just a passer, the man could score. He was the very first player in the history of the NBA to hit that 20,000-point and 10,000 assist mark. A true dual-threat genius.
But look, a career isn't just a bunch of numbers on a page, right? It's a journey. And Chris Paul's journey, well, it was a long and winding road, full of some unbelievable highs and, some really gut-wrenching lows. I mean, just look at all the different jerseys he wore. And at every single one of those stops, from his explosive start in New Orleans to being the veteran leader in Golden State, he instantly became the heart of the team and completely changed his culture. He was a basketball nomad, always on the move, always chasing that one elusive thing.
Of all those stops, though, his time with the Clippers, that's probably what people will remember most. The Lob City era was absolutely electric. He took a team that was basically a perennial punchline and made them must-see TV, a real powerhouse. He put that franchise on the map like never before.
But man, that relationship was so complicated. On the one hand, he's arguably the most important player in Clippers history. But on the other hand, his time there ended with a lot of friction and ultimately a trade. It just goes to show you, even for the legends, the business of basketball can be really, really tough.
And that, of course, brings us to the unfinished quest. For all the personal awards, for all the statistical dominance, the one thing that Chris Paul chased his entire career but never got was an NBA championship. It's the ghost that's going to hang over his legacy. That one big question of, what if?
But here's the thing. If you only judge Chris Paul by whether he won a ring or not, you're missing a massive piece of the story. His leadership, his influence, it went so far beyond the basketball court.
The respect he commanded is just undeniable. When the news broke, the NBA commissioner himself, Adam Silver, didn't just praise his play, he called him a true steward of our sport. That kind of statement from the very top, it really does speak volumes. And he earned that respect through action. As the president of the Players Association, he was a huge reason the league was able to navigate that crazy 2020 bubble season. He used his voice to champion HBCUs. His impact on the players and on the business of the league is going to be felt for years and years to come.
So, after 21 years of fierce competition, of being that leader, of that never-ending chase for greatness, what's next? Why walk away right now?
Well, in his own words, it's time for me to show up for others and in other ways. It's powerful, right? After a lifetime dedicated to the game, it's pretty clear his priorities are shifting. And at his heart, the reason is so beautifully simple, so human. He's a dad who wants to be there for his kids. He talked about how much he hated missing their games, their school events, and now he can finally put his family first. That's a story anyone can understand. So how are we going to remember the point guard?
As a statistical marvel, the ultimate competitor who just fell short of that ultimate prize, or as the leader who shaped the game both on and off the court? You know, the answer, just like his career, is probably all of the above. A complicated, brilliant, and absolutely unforgettable legacy.